Harry Potter's summer at the Dursleys was as miserable as ever, perhaps even worse than before. Isolated from the wizarding world, he felt abandoned by his friends, who sent him only short, cryptic letters. He longed to hear from Dumbledore but received nothing. Each night, Harry's dreams grew stranger and darker, filled with flashes of Voldemort's face, serpents slithering, and feelings of anger that weren't his own. One evening, as the sun was setting, Harry and his cousin Dudley walked through a deserted playground. Dudley taunted Harry as usual, mocking him for his nightmares, but suddenly, the air grew icy cold, and a thick darkness surrounded them. Two Dementors emerged from the shadows, advancing swiftly. Panic surged through Harry as he realized they were after both of them. Struggling to focus, Harry summoned his happiest memory and cast a Patronus. A shining stag burst forth, driving the Dementors away and saving both him and Dudley. But before Harry could even process what had happened, a letter arrived from the Ministry of Magic, accusing him of using underage magic and threatening expulsion from Hogwarts. Confused, scared, and furious, Harry returned home only to find more owls flying in and out, delivering contradictory messages. Suddenly, wizards appeared at Privet Drive, Mad-Eye Moody, Tonks, Kingsley Shacklebolt, and others. They explained that he must come with them immediately, for Voldemort's followers were watching him. They flew across the skies on broomsticks, eventually arriving at 12 Grimmauld Place, the hidden headquarters of the Order of the Phoenix. Inside the gloomy house, Harry was finally reunited with Hermione and Ron. Sirius Black, his godfather, greeted him warmly, though there was a sadness in his eyes from being trapped in hiding. Harry soon learned the truth. Dumbledore had reformed the Order of the Phoenix, a secret group dedicated to fighting Voldemort. The Ministry, however, was refusing to believe Voldemort had returned. Instead, they accused Harry and Dumbledore of lying, spreading propaganda through the Daily Prophet. Harry's frustration boiled over. He felt ignored, treated like a child, and excluded from information that concerned him directly. His anger grew when he overheard whispers that some people even doubted him. As summer ended, Harry returned to Hogwarts with his friends, hoping school might bring some relief. But it was clear things had changed. The Ministry had installed a new defense against the dark arts teacher, Dolores Umbridge. At first, she appeared polite, speaking in a sugary voice, but beneath her smile lay cruelty. She refused to teach actual defense spells, insisting students only study theory from books. When Harry dared to question her, insisting that Voldemort had returned, she punished him in a twisted way, forcing him to write lines with a cursed quill that carved the words into his skin. "I must not tell lies." The pain was sharp, but Harry refused to show weakness. Still, the scar remained etched into his hand. Umbridge's power grew rapidly. Declared High Inquisitor by the Ministry, she gained authority over the entire school. She inspected teachers, issued cruel decrees, and silenced dissent. The atmosphere at Hogwarts became suffocating, full of fear and whispers. Harry's temper worsened, as he felt abandoned by Dumbledore, who avoided meeting his eyes. Ron and Hermione worried about him, but Harry couldn't shake the anger bubbling inside. Hermione eventually proposed an idea that gave them all hope. If Umbridge refused to teach them, then they would teach themselves. They gathered a group of trusted students in the Hog's Head Inn, where Harry nervously agreed to lead them. The group named itself Dumbledore's Army, or DA for short. Soon after, they discovered the magical Room of Requirement, a hidden chamber that appeared only when needed. There, Harry began training his friends in real defense against the dark arts. He showed them how to cast Patronuses, disarm opponents, and defend against curses. For the first time in months, Harry felt useful, respected, and connected. Neville, often clumsy, surprised everyone with his determination, and Luna Lovegood's calm wisdom inspired others. Ginny displayed powerful magic, proving herself a strong witch in her own right. The DA became a family, united in purpose. Meanwhile, Harry's strange dreams continued. One night, he experienced a horrifying vision through Voldemort's mind, seeing Arthur Weasley attacked by a giant serpent. Waking in terror, he alerted McGonagall, and Mr. Weasley was indeed found gravely injured but alive. This convinced Dumbledore that Harry's connection to Voldemort was dangerous, so he arranged for Harry to study occlumency, mind defense, under Professor Snape. The lessons were brutal, filled with painful memories as Snape forced Harry to relive his worst fears. Their mutual hatred made progress nearly impossible, and Harry often left the sessions feeling more broken than before. As winter deepened, Umbridge discovered the DA through betrayal. Cho Chang's friend Marietta reported them, leading to chaos. Dumbledore took the blame to protect Harry, claiming the group was his idea, and vanished from the school before the Ministry could arrest him. With Dumbledore gone, Umbridge gained full control, enforcing stricter rules, banning students from gatherings, and patrolling the halls with her inquisitorial squad. Hogwarts no longer felt like home. Harry's visions of Voldemort grew more intense. Sometimes he felt Voldemort's emotions: rage, triumph, even curiosity. One night, he dreamed of Sirius being tortured inside the Department of Mysteries at the Ministry. Terrified, Harry believed his godfather was in mortal danger. He tried desperately to contact Sirius, but Umbridge caught him attempting to use the fireplace and nearly exposed everything. With no time left, Harry, Ron, Hermione, Ginny, Neville, and Luna escaped Umbridge's clutches, flying to the Ministry on the backs of Thestrals. The Department of Mysteries was silent, eerie, and filled with strange rooms. In the Hall of Prophecies, Harry discovered a glowing orb with his name etched upon it. Before he could examine it, Death Eaters surrounded them: Lucius Malfoy, Bellatrix Lestrange, and others. A fierce battle erupted. The young students fought valiantly, hurling spells and curses despite their fear. Neville was injured, Ginny was knocked back, but still they refused to surrender. Just as defeat seemed inevitable, members of the Order of the Phoenix arrived: Sirius, Lupin, Tonks, and Moody. The battle turned into chaos, with spells crashing against walls, shelves toppling, and prophecies shattering around them. In the midst of the fight, Sirius dueled fiercely against his cousin, Bellatrix. Their wands clashed in flashes of light until Bellatrix struck him with a deadly curse, sending him falling backward into the ancient veil that stood in the Death Chamber. Harry screamed as Sirius vanished beyond the curtain, lost forever. The world spun around him, rage and grief flooding his chest. He charged at Bellatrix, nearly casting a killing curse, but before he could, Voldemort himself appeared. The Dark Lord faced Harry with cold fury, preparing to strike him down. At that moment, Dumbledore arrived, and the most powerful duel Harry had ever seen erupted. Fire, water, glass, and shadows filled the chamber as Dumbledore and Voldemort clashed. For an instant, Voldemort vanished, only to possess Harry's mind. Pain seared through Harry's body as Voldemort tried to take control of him. But instead of breaking, Harry thought of Sirius, of Ron, Hermione, and all the people he loved. His love was stronger than Voldemort's hate, and the Dark Lord was forced to retreat, disappearing into the night. The Ministry officials rushed into the room just in time to see Voldemort with their own eyes. At last, they could no longer deny his return. The truth spread across the wizarding world, and Dumbledore was reinstated as headmaster. Harry, however, found no comfort in victory. The loss of Sirius left a wound in his heart that nothing could heal. Before the term ended, Dumbledore finally explained the prophecy contained in the orb, a prophecy that had been made before Harry's birth. It revealed that either Harry or Voldemort must die, for neither could live while the other survived. Harry felt the weight of destiny pressing down upon him. Yet, as he left Hogwarts, surrounded by Ron, Hermione, Neville, Luna, and Ginny, he realized he was not alone. He had friends, he had love, and though the road ahead would be dark, he was ready to face it.